Let's move on to another article that you've got up. DHS publicly denies preparation for riots and civil unrest. Now, you've been at the forefront of showing us what the DHS is really preparing for, what Homeland Security is doing, buying massive amounts of ammunition. You went to the FedBiz.ops site. You showed the actual documents where they're ordering this stuff, and there was a lot of pushback on it. It took a very long time, but finally everybody started to realize this is real.
Exactly, and then the DHS came out a couple of days ago to the International Business Times and said, basically, these reports are false. They're not preparing for riots. Their direct quote was, this routine acquisition planning is not in response to or anticipation of any potential situation. But in their own solicitation documents, they said precisely the opposite. These preparations are not routine in any way, shape, or form. I mean, just the ammunition that they're buying is enough, as people have pointed out, to fight the Iraq War at its peak for 20 years. And the armed guards, $80 million in armed guards in New York, they said, I didn't say it, InfoWars didn't say it, the DHS said it was for, quote, public demonstrations and civil disturbances. Those were their words, not mine. And then with the pepper spray projectiles, they said, these are just for training purposes. They bought 117,000 training projectiles. They also purchased 120,000 live projectiles. So they're not just for training purposes. And again, when they bought riot gear back in June, the DHS itself admitted that they were for, quote, riot control situations. So they're admitting it's for riot control. Then publicly, months later, they come out and say, oh, it's just routine. It's no specific situation. Again, they're lying. It says in their own documents that they are for riot control. Yeah, they were telling us that's what hollow point bullets were for. And they would go in and cherry pick the very smallest purchases and say there's nothing to worry about. Paul, it was great talking to you. Good to be on, David. Thanks. And we're going to be right back with Anthony Gucciardi right after the break. And we've got some other interesting things to talk about with eugenics. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Now you can watch the InfoWars Nightly News streaming live as it happens for free.
Check it out at Infowars.com/show.